everyone, and welcome to Siska Stitches and Designs. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I use my 6-piece pattern from my previous video to cut out my 6-piece skirt, also known as a gore skirt because it's divided. I'm going to pin my pattern on my fabric. My fabric is folded already. I make sure I pin it to the fabric, and then once I pin to the fabric, I'm done. I cut out the fabric using my pattern. The panel I'm cutting is my first panel, and it is the front middle panel. I like to start from the front whenever I'm cutting a 6-piece skirt, in case I want to add any details or design to the dress. I like to start from the front portion of the skirt. So once I'm done, I remove the brown paper, that's my pattern, and then I'm going to open up my first panel and show you how it looks. So you notice the hip portion, which is right there, and then this is the bottom of the panel. So this is how I want my skirt to look. It's going to have like a mermaid tail-like feature at the back. So I'll be doing more or less like a stepwise increase in the length of my panels as I cut using my pattern. So I'm going to explain to you how I do that on my fabric. So after pinning my fabric to the my pattern to the fabric, I'm going to extend the length by 2 inches. I'm going to extend the length by 2 inches. The reason I'm doing that, like I said earlier, is to get like to do a stepwise increase and to get like a tail-like feature that is continuous. So I join the points and then cut this particular panel out, and this panel is the side panel for the front portion of the skirt. This is the side panel for the front portion of the skirt. So what I'm going to do now is open up that panel, mark where I added an extra 2 inches just on one side. I mark where I add an extra 2 inches just on one side. Please note, I'm doing this just on one side. I have to repeat myself. And then once I mark, I join straight down to the bottom. From that 2 inches mark, I join straight down to the bottom. Now the reason is this way is because the shorter side, the side where I'm going to be cutting out 2 inches, is the side I'm going to join to the middle panel, my front middle panel. I'm going to be joining the shorter side to my front middle panel, and then I'm going to use the same panel to cut the other panel. Remember, the front panel is 3 parts. Is divided into 3, so I'm supposed to have 3 panels for the front of my skirt. I make sure to note or to tape, mark out the side that I will be joining to my front body, so I don't end up having any mistakes. It's important that I do that, so I don't have any mistakes in joining my fabric. So as I said earlier, I'll be using this side, my first front side panel, to cut out the second front side panel. So what I do is open up the panel, place it directly on the fabric with right side facing. It's important, right side facing, and then I cut it out. So at the end of the day, I have my 3 panels. All short sides will be joined to the side of my front middle panel. So this is my panel. It's complete for the front, and then I move to the back. Now for the back, I don't start from the middle, I start from the side, divided into 3, so 3 panels, right? So I extended it by 4 inches. Remember the previous one, the front side was by 2 inches. I extended the back by 4 inches, and then I'm going to cut it out. If you don't understand this, please ask me questions in the comment section. I'll be able to clarify those questions. So now, remember I said I want to do a continuous tail-like feature for my skirt. So, and I measured out 4 inches. So instead of cutting out 4 inches, I'll be cutting out 2 inches, because this short side, I'll be joining it to the side of my front panel. This is the side of my back panel. I'll be joining the side of my back panel to the side of my front panel. So I'll be subtracting 2 inches and then join it all the way to the bottom. That's exactly what I do, and then I'll repeat the same process of cutting out the other side of my panel. The same way I did the front portion, I do it to the back portion. Once I cut it out, once I join the lines, I cut it out. I use this pattern for this fabric that I've cut out here to cut out a twin, more or less like a twin, a mirror image of this pattern. I just hope you guys can understand my explanation. And then once I have my 2 side panels for the back, I'm going to move to my zipper panel. I always make sure to label which side is the shorter side and where it is going to be joined to. So right here is the long portion of my skirt, of my back side panel. That's why it's written close to zipper panel, so I know which side I join to my zipper panel. So this is it, very nice and easy and simple. And then now over to my zipper panel. I subtracted 2 inches from my fabric, so I'll be able to cut out my zipper panel. You have to attach zip to this skirt. So what I'm doing is marking out the 1 inches gradually, and then once I'm done marking, I'm going to draw a line joining these markings. And then after joining, I'll be pinning my pattern to that line exactly, so I get my my zipper allowance. Once I'm done pinning a fabric to paper to fabric, I'm going to be extending the side of this panel, that is the side where the zip allowance is not. I'm going to be extending it by 4 inches. Remember our previous measurements for the side panel. The longer side was extended by 4 inches, and we are going to be joining this side to that side. And then you can determine how long you want your tail, which is going to be at the middle of the back panel, to look like. So my fabric length vertically was by 58 inches, so I had the luxury of doing that. So I'm just going to join those points all the way down, and then once I join, I cut out the panel. Now after cutting out this panel, the next thing I do is cut my zipper panel into 2 halves. Why are we doing that? Because I'm going to be attaching zip to this, and then once I cut it out, I'm going to serge all panels that I have cut out, both front and back. This will help give me a very nice and clean finish to my not already sewn skirt. So thank you for sticking by my channel. Hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.